Honour or humiliation? Sussex forced to give up titles before Parliament to pass UK petition. Since the Queen died and King Charles rose to the throne, speculations are mounting over what course of action the new monarch will take amid the ongoing row with Harry and Meghan. The couple have started their own projects since they stepped down as senior working royals and moved to America, with each of them making or expected to make bombshell revelations about their time in the royal family. With the pending release of Prince Harry's bombshell memoir in the coming weeks, speculation has arisen as to whether the contents of the book will determine if the Duke and Duchess of Sussex will be allowed to keep their royal titles. There have been several petitions made online requesting that the Duke and Duchess be stripped of their royal titles. Meghan once was welcomed with open arms at that time. Don't forget, Prince Harry was one of the favourites. He's plummeted in the polls now, but he was one of the royal favourites. Since the fall in rank by the public and the rise of online petitions, Harry has faced scrutiny by the media and British citizens. They're growing under pressure as King Charles could strip the Duke and Duchess of Sussex of their royal titles in a drastic move to streamline the royal family. A caller on Jeremy Vine on 5 said the couple should simply renounce their titles to be free to express their views. Caller Sophia from London said, "I think that maybe Harry and Meghan should give up those titles simply because they keep using it as this thing they dangle in front of them and say, you can't speak. You shouldn't be able to do this because you've got those titles." They should be able to say whatever they want to say. Every single day we see these journalists and the carnival of clowns keep saying lies about them. Every day. But it's their right to be able to tell their own story. The tense discussion saw royal commentator Emily Andrews claim that Harry had always wanted out even before Meghan. She said, Meghan just offered him up that opportunity. She said, "We can go to America, we can have a new life, we can become content creators. You don't have to rely on that awful British press. You can cut them off. We'll do it." The trouble is, and I've seen this, he walks on a stage and behind him is a massive projection saying the Duke of Sussex. He joked that a title like the ex-Duke of Sussex would actually be cooler than his current royal title. Lynn May added, "It would speak volumes if they would say, from their chests, we are no longer a part of this, we don't need those titles." Instead, they're trying to have the best of both worlds. She said that Harry and Meghan should leave properly and stop using their royal titles. However, there's no legislation in place that would give Charles the power to strip his son and his wife of their titles. He said that such a move would be astonishing and require new laws passed by Parliament. Mr. Palmer said, "I would be astonished if they were stripped of those titles. I think things would have had to get very, very bad at that stage in order for that to happen." He pointed out that even after Edward VIII abdicated and reportedly collaborated with the Nazis, he kept his title as the Duke of Windsor. If Edward and Wallis Simpson weren't stripped of their titles, it's hard to think that could happen with Harry and Meghan. It's actually really difficult, and in fact more or less impossible to strip someone of a dukedom at the moment. There might be legislation to change that would be Parliament's job, but there isn't legislation at the moment that would allow that. It's not something the King could do with the stroke of a pen. He added that Charles is expected to ask for new legislation to expand the number of councillors of state under the Regency Act.